Yorgo, would you like to take the floor and give us a briefing on how you think of dealing beyond the academic qualifications, as it has been coded several times, the online programs as well, and how you see the development of an autonomous standalone education sector in Cyprus, taking from where Mr. Paschalidis left us with his idea of developing programs that are more EU oriented compared to what we have experienced until now, UK tailored education for Cyprus.
Okay.
Thanks.
So I will start with a comment. If anything is going to change, if anything is expected to change regarding the evaluation and recognition of university degrees from UK universities, I want to start saying that 2.5 years ago, I was invited in a panel organized by the British Council, and this was one of the questions to discuss, and present was also there the chairman of the PAE. There is KISATS. KISATS evaluates degrees, university degrees, not only foreign ones. The PAE evaluates and recognizes, approves programs in Cyprus, university and college programs in Cyprus, as well as universities and departments of Cypriot institutions. So basically, if there was any conclusion in that panel, was that nothing is going to change given what we knew 2.5 years ago. Now, 2.5 years later, I am not 100% sure if this is true, but if something is going to change, it's going to change to those who start going to the UK from next year. Nevertheless, so far we haven't decided anything. So just let me say one more, just briefly explain that what is KISATS. KISATS is only evaluating degrees. We don't evaluate programs. We don't evaluate Cypriot programs. We don't evaluate programs of universities of other countries. And we do two different things. One thing is we provide the so-called equivalence, isotimia, which means what you have is indeed a bachelor's degree. And this is an easy one, and we do that in all the recognized EU universities automatically. EU universities do not even have to come to KISATS. The second thing, and not only to EU countries, but also countries where there are by agreements between the country and the government of Cyprus. Now, the second thing is correspondence. Correspondence means what you have is a mathematics degree, what you have is economics degree, what medicine, dentistry. Now, believe it or not, none of this is automatically provided to anybody. We have our own standards for example, I'm a mathematician. Let me just say, in mathematics, you have to take 17 classes, 17 semester courses, and among them should be a certain particular ones, calculus, etc., linear algebra, etc. And even from universities which are recognized, which are in the top, sometimes we don't give them correspondence, but we give them remedy. We offer them remedy. So you have to take 1, 2, 3 additional classes somewhere. Okay, so this is one thing. Now, what is my prediction with UK is that I really don't. There might be a couple, or we might face soon some issues with medical schools, because there is a European law which we follow, that we don't recognize automatically medical degrees which come from third countries. So there might be an issue there. We haven't decided anything yet. And there might be issues in a small number of other fields. Nevertheless, I have to say that university degrees, UK universities degrees, UK universities enjoyed great appreciation and recognition, of course, in our society before we entered in the European Union, and that was the main reason why everybody predicted 2.5 years ago that nothing is going to change. And still, although a little things might change, I think this will be minor things, and there will be always a very easy remedy. I just want to mention one more thing here, that in Greece, they don't recognize 3-year British degrees.
Mm-hmm.
They do recognize them when they are 4 years, or when they come together with a master's degree. So 3 + 1, 4. So we give we recognize that you have a bachelor's degree. So this is called synectimis, co-evaluation, 2 degrees together. So okay, so this is close. I close my short introduction to what we expect, what is expected to happen with British degrees. Now, how about online degrees? There has been we have a very particular rules we have had before the pandemic, very particular rules regarding what we recognize, among which online programs we recognize, which distance learning, which kind of distance learning we recognize. Now, for example, in the UK, there are a lot of different kinds of programs which are called distance learning. Some we do recognize, some we don't. Our model institution is the Open University of Cyprus. And the main law which we don't violate and we don't intend to violate is that 50% of the ECTS should correspond to classes where the student had to took the exams with physical presence, 50%. if there is a dissertation, the dissertation has to be, the defense of the dissertation has to take place also with physical presence. Now, of course, physical presence is replaced, can be replaced with via Zoom, etc. And also online examinations are accepted. I say unfortunately. Okay,
during COVID, as a
yes.
COVID measure.
But at the same time, the other organization which provides recognition to programs, decided, they decided that as long as the pandemic continues, we will have some relaxations of our requirements. And basically, we, for a short period of time, we will accept degrees where during the pandemic, they, instead of examinations with physical presence, they allowed homework, assignments, etc. Hopefully, this is going to be for a very short time. Now, just to say something relevant, irrelevant, in the University of Cyprus, the first semester, the first time we had online exams was last May and June, and we have had extremely unpleasant experience, a lot of cheating, very unpleasant. So now, although the classes are online, the examinations, midterms, finals, all of them are with physical presence. So, what do I think is going to happen in the future? I think that now everybody got used to this online teaching and this so we're going to see more of them. We're going to see more and more. Everybody learned, even older colleagues managed to learn. They got used. We had to. I mean, I am sure that if they asked us to do that in normal times, that there would be demonstrations. Nobody would want to do anything. But now we were forced to learn, and we got used to it. And I think this is the future. But for example, let me give you an example. Now, me, I at least once a semester, I travel somewhere for a conference to meet for a cooperation with somebody, scientific, etc. I didn't during the last semester, but anyway. And when I did that, I lost some classes. I mean, some classes I had to teach them other times. Now,
yes.
There is no problem. You take your laptop with you and you do the lecture online. So this is something which is going to stay. And more and more online programs appear. I see younger people, they learn foreign languages, all kinds of things. Now everybody found ways and they do everything at home. It doesn't work very well with very young students, primary school, but most of other levels, it has worked quite efficiently, I think. I mean, I just have to say that for me, it's more preparation and more work. I'm not saying that I prefer it, but I can see that this is the future.
Okay, thank you very much, Yorgo. So I understand that if someone wants to shop an online program, a bachelor degree, as long as 50% of the ECTS are provided by physical exams, it can rely on these lines from KISATS, and that the legal counsel will be happy to recognize the LLB. So it's good to have this. So, but I don't know if, yes, Mr. Paschalidis is still with us. That thinks of Cyprus educational programs to develop, but I understand that we will be able to perhaps benefit some new tariffication for online programs from the UK educational industry as well, that they won't keep the fees so high if they go online. They will have some flexibility to work around their fees also and make it more affordable for a Cyprus student to follow. Myself, I have some reserves if undergraduate students do not miss a lot of research culture if they don't go physically to the university. And if they never visit a physical library in contrast to a digital one. But it may sound a bit old-fashioned. Sometimes my students say, why didn't you provide us for an updated book? And they don't understand that the book is still published in paper and the updated version is 10 years ago. And you see what I mean? Some things are difficult to explain where physical go digital, and yeah, yep, well, yes. But yeah, it's good to have at least some solid things on which we can base our decisions for the future as students, teachers, and so on.
Eleni, if you allow me, sorry for intervening. My view on education was not okay. I mean, we could take advantage of Brexit as well, but we at the chamber, we believe that it is one of the sectors that it's a very, very promising sector for our economy. That's what I was trying to say, really, without entering into the, you know, I'm not a professor, I'm not in the profession, so I don't know how much of the content should be online, how much it shouldn't be. I only know, and this is the word I use, we need to have quality. You guys who are servicing this sector, you need to decide on what quality is. Thank you.
Thank you.